Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Raising Canes right here in Byram, Mississippi. This is the South 78 Football Show, and I'm Trellis Williams. Right here with me, Coach Chris Thigpen of the Terry Bulldogs, as always. And, Coach, last week got another win again to move to 4-0, this time beating the Vicksburg Gators on the road. First time in Terry Bulldogs history defeating Vicksburg, and Vicksburg let you know there late in the game that they weren't somebody just to roll over.
Right.
So they showed some fight there at the end, but going up 28-0 and getting the win over Vicksburg. Just tell us what you thought about that.
Well, it's a game we kind of looked at in the off season, and as we got closer and closer to the season, we knew it's a game we wanted to get. They had a slow start so far, but it's still Vicksburg, still a very formidable team, big, athletic, fast kids, and our players has never played before at Vicksburg. Full game. We went over a few years ago to try to play a spring game, but it got canceled due to lightning. So, we were back there for a regular season game, which is a great stadium and a great venue to play on the turf field. And, that week I was just trying to make sure our team is mentally prepared to go out and play well. And so I kept harping on that with the players. Our coaches kept harping on that, staying locked in and being ready to play well. And I thought we did. It was a very competitive game still, I think, even though we went up 28-0. But what we're trying to get our players to do right now is to play to a standard no matter who we playing. We know the level of football we want to play at. And so that's what we're working on each day throughout this week in practice, trying to improve, trying to eliminate the mistakes, and trying to execute at a higher level. And then it's also week 5. Around week 5 or 6, you have guys banged up. And so trying to manage, your team from a physical standpoint, a mental standpoint, and also make sure you execute in the way you should execute is what we kind of been focusing on this week. So
One thing we did notice from last game is that you guys really established the run in that game. Definitely fed the ball to your running backs, particularly Rondé Baker in that game. Did not throw the ball as much. It kind of played a very solid conservative type of football against Vicksburg. Is that something that it was a reaction to how Vicksburg played you, or what was that?
Well, I always like to go in every game and you want to establish the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So whether you're on offense, you want to be able to run the football. If you're on defense, you want to be able to stop the run and make them one-dimensional. And so I thought our defense played well, very, very well of stopping the run. They hit a big play on us, I believe, in the third quarter, where we didn't fit it up just right. And, they got players that can play too. And so, but we knew we felt going into the game we'll pose problems for them defensively with our front. And those guys played well. And so, having a defense that could play well on the road, that gives you a chance as an offense to, even if you don't score the first possession or the second possession, you come back and score the third possession. And so, Rondé ran hard, and we stay on our offensive line about guys. We know you don't get a lot of credit. We know you're banged up a lot of times. It's a lot of banging, but we don't have success if those guys are not successful. And so I know they don't get a lot of credit all the time. All the skill guys are in the papers and in the media, but the offensive line really played well, I thought, versus Vicksburg.
Absolutely, and another group that did really well was your defense. 28-0 to begin the game. Also, even those 2 touchdowns that really comprised of 3 plays. I mean,
That's
3
right.
big plays that
That's right.
were those 14 points. And they had some talented guys there
Right.
in their backfield. Vicksburg did. So just kind of talk about how this defense has been playing so far.
They take a lot of pride in, stopping people. And definitely, we're looking to get a shutout every week.
Yep.
And so that's something Coach Benson and the rest of the defensive coaches have really, really gotten our players to focus in on. And, we're trying to play some extra guys there on defense and rotate some guys in, and not have our level of play drop off. And so, but I'm very pleased with what I've seen so far from our defense and our defensive staff. A lot of people thought, when we made some changes on our coaching staff, some things were going to fall off. But, I told the players, hey, guys, be patient. We're going to find the right person to come in, and we'll keep on rolling. And so they've done a tremendous job of preparation in going into games. And so I'm very pleased with where we are defensively. We got some guys that have a lot of pride in what they want to accomplish. At Terry, our senior class has been great so far, and so they don't want to drop the ball. So the expectations are high, and the bar has been set high.
Yeah, and so you're going into this game against the Provine Rams on Friday night at home, Bulldog Field, homecoming night for you guys. You guys are 4-0 right now, which is a better start. I know it's the best start of your coaching career here.
That's right.
Back in 2018, the team was able to start off 5-0. I think they went 6-6 that year, and that was back with the really tough region there. So
there was an era. They were 4-1, but but it's been a while for us. So if we're able to go 5-0, that'll be the best start in 6A history for us. And in about 18 years in the program, 18 years ago we were 4A. So
yeah, 2006.
2006. So we have a lot to play for, and we know Provine played us tough last year. We only scored
6-0,
one touchdown, and we were able to win the game. And so that's why I kind of been on 10 this week with the team. Like, guys, I know we have a lot of distractions with homecoming. I know people are saying you're great and you're good, but we got to put in the work. We got to lock in and stay focused, because this team is going to come to play. I know Coach Wilson, he does a great job at Provine. He went to school there, and he's been coaching there since he got out of college, so it means a lot to him. He has a lot of pride in his work and what he does as a professional, and he's a very good head coach. And so even though they may come in with a young team, we still got to play our best football to come out with the victory.
And that's exactly what you're saying. I mean, their struggles so far this season have really been due to the youth, because last year, playoff team. They were a playoff team last year and played us tough as well, just as you said. But as you go into this game, you have this game, and then you start to get into Clinton, and then you're in the region play. You play a good few home games in a row. Just kind of talk about what you want to get out of this game. Obviously a win, but outside of the win, what are you wanting to get with your guys getting ready for a real tough stretch about to come?
Well, we want to execute at a high level in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. I thought last week our special teams play was much better than it was the week before. And so, again, this week in practice, we've spent extra time on special teams. I talked to the team today about special teams being special. We don't want it to be something that could come back and bite us. But, I told them a story about how when I was playing in high school in 2002, I felt we won the state championship game because of our special teams play. We blocked the field goal right before half, and we kicked the field goal to win the game. And also during that game, we had a fake punt that we converted and went almost 90 yards the other way down the field. So for us that year, special teams was special. And so we're practicing. We're making sure we spend time on that. As you said, we got Clinton, next week. And so they've had a really good year so far in their 7A school, and we get a chance to play them for the first time in school history at home. And so we're expecting a big crowd, even next week. And then, of course, we have West Jones coming in. So the next 3 weeks for us is crucial. One thing we would like to do, we would like to get aside from a win this Friday and the following Friday is, come out with guys as healthy as possible. And so because we don't have a bye until week 9. A lot of teams' schedule is set up to where they take a bye week 6. Well, week 6, our opponent is Clinton. and I scheduled Clinton because I knew we would have a bye week 9 because Jim Hill was not a region team that was going to play us.
Yeah.
And so we didn't want to have 2 open dates.
For sure. And so, folks, Friday night, the Terry Bulldogs will be hosting the Provine Rams at Bulldog Field. It'll be homecoming night, so be sure to fill up those stands wearing your maroon. I'm sure maroon is a good color to wear.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Are they changing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're wearing maroon. Also, we got we'll have tailgating going on.
All right.
We have some alumni coming back on campus, and so you may want to come early, and get in the stadium and really support all of our student athletes, not just football, but band, cheer, the color guard, the JROTC. You want to support all of those activities at Terry High School.
Absolutely, and if you're not able to come to the ball game, tune in to our stream, and our stream's been going pretty well, so check that out as well. We also appreciate Tire Depot for sponsoring this show, the South 78 Football Show. We got more right here coming up. Hello, folks. We're back at the Raising Cane's in Byron, Mississippi. Trellis Williams right here with me. Alandria Bourne. She heads up the project graduation at Terry High School. And I was just wanting to ask you, so kind of just explain to our viewers what you guys do with project graduation.
Well, Project Graduation is a group of parents who volunteer their time to plan events throughout the year for seniors, and not only just for seniors, as those events will be fundraising events throughout the year, but the ultimate goal is to plan a memorable graduation night, which I think the graduation night will be May 20th of 2025 for the class of 2025. So that will be an all-night event. Where we will do different activities. They will be in a fun and safe environment, and we won't return those seniors until that following morning.
For sure, and just kind of explain how this originated, how Project Graduation originated, and kind of what was the need that you guys felt like needed to be filled.
Well, it originated basically when you have such events like homecoming, prom, graduation night. There are a lot of accidents that occur. There are a lot of deaths that happen for young children. They're just trying to go out and have fun. So we want to provide that environment where they are safe. They don't have to provide your own transportation. We're going to do that for them. Just provide a safe space for them to do that, and everybody return home safely.
Awesome. If you could just go ahead and tell our viewers how they could possibly maybe financially support the project graduation.
Well, we have a Cash App set up. It's Terry High Project Graduation. That's $TPG 2025. Again, $TPG 2025.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bourne.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We got more coming up right here on the South 78 Football Show. All right, we're back right here on the South 78 Football Show. We appreciate Tire Depot sponsoring this show. I'm Trellis Williams. I'm right here with Quintarius White, a linebacker for the Terry Bulldogs. And Quintarius, man, the defense has looked very good so far. Obviously, last game went up 28-0. You had a shutout for a little while. And really, their 14 points came off of 3 big plays, really. And they were a talented team, Vicksburg, especially in the skill positions, being able to get out there. But just talk about this defensive unit and how you guys have done so far this season.
I feel like we're doing good. Coach Benson, he giving us right calls. He making us work at practice, going hard on us every day, And I just feel like we got mistakes we make, but we're gonna get better. And we trying to go 14-0, so yeah.
Absolutely. You're off to a good start with the 4-0 record right now. But you mentioned Coach Benson, and this is his first year at Terry as the defensive coordinator. Just kind of talk about how you guys have adjusted to him being the coach and how you guys have thrived because you've done well so far.
Yeah, so when he came in, he just, he connected with us. He was on us every day, trying to make us better, trying to, get us to where we need to be. And with that, I just feel like he was a good coach.
For sure. And now you play Provine on Friday night. It's homecoming. Plan on having a good big crowd tomorrow. You take on a Provine team that's had a little bit of struggle so far this season, but can't forget what happened last year. 6-0 game. it was a tight one, and Provine did a good job, especially defensively on their end. Obviously, we did a good job defensively, shut them out, and that's how we got the win. Just kind of talk about getting the preparation for that ball game against Provine.
We've been going hard every day at practice. The team really buying in to like what we trying to do, what we trying to accomplish. So I just feel like Friday we're gonna go out there and have the business.
For sure, Quintarius White, we appreciate you joining us. We got more right here on the South 78 Football Show. We were right back right here with Jordan Hollins of the Terry Bulldogs, and Jordan, man, this year has been a good year so far, and I know it's your senior season. 4-0 is the record for you guys beginning the season. Best year since 2018 thus far. Now you're trying to go for 5-0, which would be the best start since 2006. And so you're trying to make history here on Friday night. Just kind of talk about this team so far and how you guys have done.
We've been doing great. Our main focus is just staying focused during practice, just staying focused and limit the mental mistakes. But besides that, we've been doing great, and everybody giving effort. Yeah, we just trying to get our motivation, like certain time we be playing and stuff like that. But we just trying to get our mental, we can lock in, and I feel like we're unstoppable.
Yeah, and just talking to that point, you're about to get into region play in just a couple of weeks from Friday night when you take on West Jones at home. And I know that you're wanting to get the mentality right for that, because 2-0 last year, and then even in the playoffs is only 21-7, and that was the undefeated defending champions. They're undefeated now. They're continuing to win. Just kind of talk about where you guys need to, because you obviously started off well, where you guys need to be to defeat teams like West Jones and Hattiesburg.
Just mentally, we gotta have to be mentally strong as a team. And besides being mentally strong, I don't have no doubt that me and my brothers can go out there and win. But besides that, all our mental mistakes, we just limit them, and we'll get that dub. I feel like we get that dub.
Friday night, take on Provine, homecoming night. Just kind of talk about the preparation for that, because Provine, even though they've had a tough start so far to their season, last year was 6-0, closer than probably many would have expected in that situation. Just talk about, obviously the offense is looking a little bit better right now than it was at that particular moment in time in that season last year. Just kind of talk about what the preparation is going into Friday night's ball game.
This week, the preparation really is about responsibilities, like where you're supposed to be, in the right place in the right time. Just blocking. As long as we block and do all our assignments right, we should put way more than 6 points. We coming to show out this year, so we trying to improve everything. But after that, it's really just a mental thing with us, and just going just our team. But besides that, we should win.
Jordan Hollins, we appreciate you joining us, man. And we got some more coming up right here on the South 78 Football Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Right here at the Raising Cane's in Byron, Mississippi. I'm Trellis Williams. Right here with me, Timothy Jackson, receiver for the Terry Bulldogs. And man, my first question for you. So this year, you've had a big role in this offense so far this year, and offensively, you guys have looked pretty good, and you guys have been able to show the ability to make big plays. You got new quarterback in Brady Busby. Just kind of talk about how this offense has been so far this season.
So I feel like as an offense, we've been really good, but I feel like coming up, it's about time we take the next big step as the tougher teams and tougher opponents come into our field. We got to defend the pound. So I feel like even with the past games, ain't nobody stopping us but us. The only thing holding us back has been penalties and, small mistakes. But once everybody do their 111, like everybody doing their job, we rolling on full cylinders, and I put us against anybody.
For sure, and you have a lot of reason to have a lot of confidence right now. 4-0 record, looking pretty good. First time since 2018. Now you're looking to go 5-0 for the first time since 2006. Just kind of talk about just how you guys have been rolling. You beat Vicksburg, which was big, first time in Terry history, beating Vicksburg, and you guys really handled them, beating them 28-14. Just kind of talk about just the confidence that's rolling into Provine, and you're going to play Clinton and West Jones. You're going to be right at it.
But, coming from the win in Vicksburg, first time in Terry history we beat them. So, obviously we feeling great about that. Going into Provine, we feel like that we're better than anybody we go against. Like us one-on-one against them, we win it every time. So we going in there with the same dog mindset, ready to dominate, And then last year, we a sad loss against Clinton. We ready to go and get revenge for that. And then on up the West Jones game, which I'm more happy about. They put us out the playoffs. So that's a real personal game for me. I'm ready for it.
For sure, and I mean it's huge because in this region, both West Jones and Hattiesburg are both undefeated as well as we are undefeated. Just talk about getting ready for that game. You want to get tight here against Provine and against Clinton. I mean, Clinton's a big game, obviously, just like you were saying, losing that game last year, how it happened, a game that should have been won last year. But West Jones, Hattiesburg's later on, but West Jones, those games are the region games. Just kind of speak to that.
So, like, Clinton, we going into the same game plan as last year. We feel like what we were doing was working. We just got to execute it more. West Jones, we coming for you. That's all I'm going to say. And Hattiesburg, we got them senior night, so I'm really ready for that one. I can't go out of the loss.
Absolutely. Excited about it for sure. Appreciate you joining us, Timothy Jackson. We got some more coming up right here on the South 78 Football Show.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Raising Cane's in Byron, Mississippi. I'm Trellis Williams. Right here with me, Titus Henderson of the Terry Bulldogs. And I know if a lot of the viewers watched that game on Friday night against Vicksburg, I know they're glad to see you here getting interviewed by me. Just kind of first question, when we'll move on from it after that. Man, just take us through that experience and just the support you got from your teammates.
So like this what happened. So somebody had chopped him, and then he was like kind of falling forward, and I tried to like hit him, and then like when I tackled him, my brain was already shook from the hit. So then two of my teammates came and fell on my neck. So then when I got up, I was already blacking out when I was getting pulled up. And then when I stood up, and they just hit me, and then when I opened my eyes, I was on the ground. And then that was scary because I couldn't move. And I was trying to talk, and I was just mumbling. It was just scary, though. It was a scary experience.
Absolutely. We're really glad to see you today, have an interview with you. And we hope to be able to see you out on the field relatively soon.
Yeah,
but I know
two more weeks.
Yeah, for sure. But we appreciate the fight that you have to come back as well. But, man, just want to shift our attention to this season because the season's been going real well. 4-0 record. You guys, especially on the defensive unit, have done a great job. You're 4-0. Just kind of talk about this defense. And Terry's known for the defense, and you guys have just kept it up and done real well this season. Just kind of talk about that.
So, like, at practice, it's like, I don't know how to explain it for real. Like, we just got good defensive coordinator. He be like, he bring a lot of energy to the team. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And then like, say for instance, we mess up in the game, like we allow too many yards, we gotta run for that. And like, as many yards they get, that's how much we gotta run. And we don't want to run, so like, we just gotta get it right and stuff like that. And I feel like we're overall good defense though. Can't nobody really get past us for real. Well, yeah, can't nobody get past us. And that's about it.
For sure. You guys have done a great job. In that Vicksburg game, shut them out for the most of the game. Really, three big plays that got them those 14 points. But I want you to talk a little bit more about Coach Benson because he's first year at Terry. Just kind of talk about his impact on this team.
He had a huge impact because like he brings so much energy, and like every time before we start the game, he'll run around and be like, "This is what we came here for. This our moment," and stuff like that. He'll get the team hype before we go out there and play and stuff like that. Basically, like, you know what I'm saying, like a hype man. But overall, he a good coach. I feel like he a good coach. I respect him. I like to be coached by him. I just feel like he a good coach.
For sure. And take on Provine on Friday night. Obviously, you'll be definitely supporting your teammates from the sidelines there. But in these next few weeks, you have Provine, Clinton, and then West Jones. You're saying 2 weeks. That sounds like West Jones is the return game, man.
Yeah.
And that's a huge game. Obviously, 2-0 in the regular season, and then they were the team that put us out of the playoffs. Just talk about how much you want to get that win against West Jones.
Like, I want to get it bad, and then when I get in, this time, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just want to win for real. I want to make it to the playoffs. I want to make it all the way to the championship. This is what I want to do. Hold the gold ball. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Why not? Appreciate you joining us, Titus Henderson. We should have more right here on the South 78 Football Show. We're back at the Raising Canes in Byron, Mississippi for the South 78 Football Show. I'm Trellis Williams. Right here with me is Pastor Ware. He's the chaplain for this Terry Bulldogs football team. And I my first question for you is I just wanted you to kind of tell our viewers kind of what you view your mission as being with this football team.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on. And secondly, my mission with the football team is to insert Jesus Christ into the X's and O's. Being a part of a football team is not just touchdowns and interceptions and tackles. It's a family. And there's so many times you have to have somebody there to take care of life issues because real life happens on a football team. Unfortunately, last year, we lost a young man to a ATV accident.
Yeah.
And those are the times you have to step in and make sure that somebody spiritual is there to help take care of spiritual issues. So that's where I come in. I don't call any plays, but I do devotion, read the Bible to them, and give them a word of encouragement every week. That's my role. Yeah.
For sure. And so I know that you're working with Coach Thigpen. Just talk about your relationship with him and kind of how you met him and how you kind of got to this role of being chaplain for the team.
Right. When I came here last year, that's one of my goals as a new pastor. I wanted to get involved in the community. And I do this thing called Married to the Community because I believe that the church and the community should have a working relationship. And being a former football player and former coach, first thing I wanted to do was get involved with the football team. And so I found out who he was, went to meet him, and told him that my church, Collis Hill, right in Terry, wanted to partner with them. And we started a relationship right off the bat, he and I, and we're like brothers now. It's grown more than a coach and a chaplain. He's like a brother to me. And so what we started doing is we started feeding them, preparing meals for them, and they would come over to the church and have church with us and do different things like that. And we just have a great relationship with the Terry Bulldogs. And I became the chaplain, and so that's how our relationship started, and it's growing and growing and growing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to also ask you, I know you've been probably I heard that you have a son on the team as well.
Right, yes, sir.
And then I know that you've been keeping up with this team. How you been feeling like these guys have been doing out on the field?
Been doing good, man. I'm proud of them. I think we're like 4-0 right now.
4-0, that's right.
And I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of the fight that they have. And every week I try to give them an inspirational word that comes from the Bible that they can take to the field. And not only use on the field, but actually use in their life as well. So I believe that coupled with the Bible, the Lord Jesus Christ in their life, a great coach like Coach Thigpen and the rest of the crew, man, we're doing a great job, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen the rest of the year. Yes, sir.
For sure, and we appreciate you joining us, Pastor Ware.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
For sure. Right here on the South 78 Football Show. We got some more coming right up. All right, folks, we're back at the South 78 Football Show right here with Brittany Taylor, and she is freshman maid there at Terry High School. And just tell me about how excited you are about this homecoming night as freshman maid.
I am very excited. It's my first night, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm scared because of the crowd.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like it's going to be a fun night, and for my first experience, I feel like it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, you're a freshman, and you're a month into being in high school. And so I know Terry High School, there's a lot of energy there. Just kind of talk about your experience Terry High School so far.
My experience so far has been okay. Coming into Terry, I didn't realize it was going to be as strict as it was because it's very strict. And at Byron, we wasn't that strict, but we were strict. And I'm learning. I'm learning, and it's just really good. Cheer team, I love it. So, yeah.
For sure. And so what's something about high school that you expected, but you didn't quite expect it would be a certain way. You said it's a little bit strict, but other than that.
What I didn't expect was like at lunch. I thought we could like get on our phones and just mix and mingle with other classes that's in there with us, and we can't do that. Like we gotta sit with our class, and it's kind of boring. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you for sure. Tell us about some other activities that you kind of get yourself involved in at Terry High School, because obviously you're getting involved.
Cheer, track, and that's really it. Homecoming for all 4 years while I'm there. And that's really it. I dance, but not for Terry.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Well, appreciate you coming on to the show, South 78 Football Show. We got some more coming up.
Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the South 78 Football Show. I'm Charles Williams. Right here with me, Elise Williams. She's junior maid at Terry High School. And just wanted to ask you kind of how excited you are about homecoming Friday night.
I'm very excited. I'm excited for the court to walk across the field. I'm excited for the game. I hope we win. We have to win. We're going to win.
Awesome. And the football team's been looking real good, 4-0 record so far. Just wanting to ask you, so how's your experience at Terry High School been? We were just talking to the freshman maid. You're a junior maid, so you've been there longer. Just kind of tell us about your experience at Terry High School.
I like it at Terry. At Terry, we focus a lot on academics. So they have a lot of stuff in place for, programs for what you want to do to help you decide what you want to do when you graduate. And as far as, like, the fun stuff, I feel like it could be more fun stuff, but
Well, so tell us about some other activities that you've got going on there at Terry.
I'm on the volleyball team. I'm actually the captain of Terry High volleyball team, and I'm on student council. I'm on a media team. I'm on the yearbook.
All right.
I try to keep myself involved in a few stuff.
Okay. Well, awesome. We appreciate you joining us, Elise, right here on the South 78 Football Show. And I think we got one more interview right here on the show. Hello, everybody. I'm Charles Williams. Right here with me, Samira Smith. She's the senior maid at Terry High School. Coming up on homecoming. How excited are you for Terry High School homecoming?
I'm very excited.
Yep, for sure. Well, kind of just talk about the process. Talk about the process of becoming the senior maid.
Okay, so for the process of becoming a senior maid, you obviously go to a meeting, and then you get approved to be able to run, and then you just run through the week, and then your classmates vote for you.
For sure, and so kind of wanted to ask you about your experience at Terry High School. So you're a senior now. Just talk about your experience broadly at Terry High School.
I've had a pretty good experience. It's been really fun. I've got to meet a whole lot of new people, make new experiences, and I've actually learned a lot from Terry. So.
Well, good deal. Also, talk about some of the other things that you got going on around campus that you're involved in. I know, obviously, you're senior maid, so you got to be involved. So just tell us about that.
I cheer. I'm part of the student council, the beta club, National Honor Society.
Okay. I guess you're a little bit involved. Well, hey, I appreciate you joining us right here on the South 78 Show, and we appreciate you joining us as well. Please be sure to subscribe to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Friday night, the Terry Bulldogs host the Provine Rams from Bulldog Field. It is homecoming night, so be sure to show up and support the Terry Bulldogs, and also support all the people part of the homecoming court and all that as well. And if you can't be there, be sure to check it out on the TSM Network YouTube channel. We'll be streaming. Coverage begins at 6:30 while kickoff starts at 7. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Trellis Williams. We appreciate Tire Depot sponsoring this show. We out.